Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, it's our National Signing Day Spectacular. Join us 9 to 11, our normal time frame here. Jeff Kolpak will join me. We'll have a few of the Bison signees. NDSU head coach Tim Polasek will be in studio with us as well for the final half hour, 24 hours from right now, to discuss the signees. That's coming up tomorrow. We've done it for about a decade, whether we've been on the radio or TV with our big signing day show. We're excited for that coming up tomorrow. One of the guys that will be making it official tomorrow gives us a sneak peek at signing day today, as Valley City will join the list of Division I cities in North Dakota, as Trey McPartland will sign tomorrow morning to play for North Dakota State, and he joins us here on the day before. So let's just start right there. What are the emotions like knowing this is almost done?
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been committed since like April, so just getting it over with, finally making it official, a lot of stress.
So we talked in April, and that was fresh, right? So we haven't updated. What's the last 8 months been like? Has the phone still been ringing? Have you closed it off? Or describe what this last stretch has been like.
Yeah, I kind of closed it off. I wasn't like actively trying to get recruited by anyone, but after I committed, Minnesota ended up, they sent a coach out to practice, and then they invited me to come on an official visit to their Wisconsin game, but I didn't end up doing that.
What was that like, knowing that, hey, there's still people want to talk even though you've committed already?
Yeah, it was cool. It was weird because the rivalry game would have been this weekend, so like less than a week before signing day.
Trying to get that last little surge in there. Tell us about why NDSU. What stood out, and what made you say this is where I want to go? Outside of being so close, what else stood out to you?
Yeah, I always go back to like the relationships, and then I am an hour away, so I can't even count how many times I've been on campus. And then the culture for O-line there, obviously I know I'm going to develop.
When you had the opportunity, I think you came out here their junior day last year, and was that the first? When did you get the first inkling? Like Division I football is in my future. Somebody believes I can play at Division I.
Yeah, it was the first game day visit I took. I remember Coach Polasek pulled me and like 4 other guys aside and said that we were guys that they're going to be recruiting pretty heavy, and then, like I said earlier off air, I started thinking I was going to be a D lineman, trying to get recruited by that. But obviously you can't turn down NDSU's O-line is insane. And I think I'll develop better as an O-lineman than I would as a D lineman.
All right, I got to ask, though, how good a defensive lineman were you? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I had a good year this year, but obviously the focus was on O-line.
Were there traits of playing defensive line that help you as an offensive lineman?
Yeah, you know what a D lineman's trying to do and what they're thinking. So I think it helps you. You can kind of counter that.
So when Polasek told you that, just what was that conversation like with your parents? Like, okay, hey, the NDSU's going to start recruiting me pretty hard.
Yeah, that was cool. Just talked about it the whole ride home. But yeah, we were all excited.
So you end up making the decision in April. So, and I know you talked to us when you were on the show about that. I've gotten in your senior year and wanting to describe that. Were you able to play without any quote unquote pressure on you, knowing full well though that everybody be looking for you on the field, knowing where you're going to go play?
Yeah, it was nice not to worry about the recruiting, take some pressure off that way, but still feel a lot of pressure because everyone's kind of watching you.
When you look at now how this has all played out, if I had told you 5-6 years ago, was this the plan, or is this even beyond your wildest dreams that now tomorrow it's going to become official, a Division I football player?
Yeah, no way. I always thought I was a hockey player. I thought I was going to play hockey after high school, but I kept growing and knew that wasn't going to happen. So
okay, so what are you right now? 6'6"? How tall are you right now?
Yeah, I'm 6'6", 290.
Okay, so when was the last time you put on skates, man? Because that's scary to think about.
Yeah, I played hockey last year, but this year I actually switched to basketball. So,
what position were you in hockey?
I was a forward.
Oh, my gosh.
I was thinking about if I played this year, I was going to move back to defenseman, but.
So, I saw you. I think you've been in almost every Bison home game, correct, this year?
Yes, correct.
So I know I talked to you a couple games ago about what you were going to do in the winter, and you told me basketball. When's the last time you've played hoops, and how excited are you to do that this winter?
Never, but I'm excited to learn. I don't know. I have a lot to learn. I don't really know basketball. I remember like my first open gym, I learned that you could only be in the paint for 3 seconds. I didn't know.
Has practice started yet, or is it pretty soon?
Yeah, we started yesterday,
Okay.
and then we had a morning practice today.
How'd it go? How's it gone so far?
Good. I think we'll be pretty good. I think all of our starters are returning. So,
And then throw you in the mix. That'll be all right then, right?
yeah.
My goodness. All right. So, how big a deal is this? It may be hard to comprehend because you're in the submarine, but in your mind, how big a deal is this for Valley City tomorrow? What you're going to do?
It's big. I think coming from a small town, it's pretty cool. I'll get a lot of my teammates at my ceremony tomorrow morning.
What has this been like for them, knowing that this is going to happen? How much have you been able to communicate with them? Because this is different for everybody. You're going through it, and they're probably just like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I try not to talk about it too much. I feel like it doesn't really come up like at practice and stuff.
So what's the plan for tomorrow? What do you got all laid out?
So I'll have a ceremony at 8 a.m. Then my parents, coaches will come and then invite some teammates.
And then is it an email you send? Is it a text? Like how do you get it to NDSU to make sure they know it's a done deal?
Yeah, it's all online. And then for the signing, I don't know if I'll print out what I signed online or just have a blank piece of paper so it looks like I'm signing something. But
have you heard of a fax machine? Because they used to do that. Have you heard that that's how they used to do this on signing day?
Yeah.
When they actually had to go to the office and send a fax in. Like that's long gone now. Now it's basically right over your phone, right?
Yeah, no, I have a couple friends who signed for baseball, so it was a little earlier. And they had a blank piece of paper. I didn't even know that was a thing. They just told me everything was online.
Oh, that's crazy. To have this over, I got to imagine, is it a relief off your shoulders tomorrow that this is done? Are you nervous, excited? What are the emotions about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm excited just to make it official. I think it's been so long. So
we were visiting off air as well. Describe what this relationship has been with the other guys. How well have you got to know not just the North Dakota guys, Trey, but the other ones that have come in from Wisconsin, from Minnesota, from Iowa, from around the area that you've had a chance to reach out and talk to over the last few months?
Yeah, it's been cool. Like I said, I've been at every game. So everyone that's came to games, I've got a chance to talk to. And then we have a group chat that we talk into.
How's that? What's normally in the conversation in the group chat?
We talk after games. Usually there's pretty handy wins. So
are you planning on coming to the game this Saturday?
I don't know if they do visits for
okay.
They were talking about checking, but
to have this then it's over and done, and then you're a signee. You feel like, okay, then you know what? I'll see you in June, or have they told you to lay out a plan of getting ready for strength and conditioning by the time you get here in June?
No, they haven't gave me like a specific plan. They said I'll make it through basketball and then we'll start talking more about weight and stuff. But right now I'm 290, which I think when I committed I was 270. I think.
Holy cow, man!
But yeah, I'm okay with that. I'll lose some bad weight during basketball.
What have you been? Yeah. So what have you been eating the last little bit then?
Yeah, I haven't been focused too much. Obviously, I'm trying to gain weight, but also I have a great strength trainer here, Allie Keller, and she tells me how many calories I should eat, and then she knows what NDSU does, so I have like a similar plan. It's just not actually from them.
Okay, what's the calorie intake? Can we ask that? What do you have to have every day?
I don't even know. I put it into an app and it tells me.
And then you got it. And then if you're at that level, then you're good to go for the day.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. That's good stuff. Hey, I appreciate the time. Congratulations. Looking forward to tomorrow. Thanks so much for doing this, and congrats.
Thanks for having me.
Trey McPartland joining us from Valley City, North Dakota. Tomorrow he'll become the first Division I football player out of Valley City High. It's a pretty big deal. We're going to be there tomorrow for his signing, and it's a neat deal to have that come together. For him, obviously he thought hockey was going to be the road he was going to go down, and it ends up being football. The Bison are going to have a handful of guys out of the state of North Dakota. They're going to sign tomorrow. Trey, obviously one of them. Kai Schlichting is the first out of West Fargo Cheyenne. He was the first commit back in March. He'll be joining Jason Hunter, young man out of Fargo Davies High School. Cash Danner out of Thompson High School. Those are the 4 out of the state of North Dakota. Oh, Gunnar Thielges out of Lemoore, 5 out of North Dakota that'll be signing tomorrow. You've had a chance to see them all, I think, in one shape or another on our airwaves here over the last handful of years. Danner was actually a St. Thomas commit that flipped a couple weeks ago. Thielges has been a standout for anybody that's watched Lemoore over the last 2 years, and Andy Delabar's team make it to the Dakota Bowl each of the last 2 years. Thielges is another key cog of that. Schlichting was part of Cheyenne's team that won the Dakota Bowl in 2024 when they beat Davies, and you saw Hunter actually block an extra point in the Davies win over Bismarck Century a couple weeks ago to lock up the Dakota Bowl for the Eagles this year. So this is the incoming guys. Obviously, Aiden Wunderlich is the other star recruit that UND got out of Central Cass, and we mentioned that when Aiden committed, we had him on how big a deal that was for Castleton, that they haven't had a Division I football commit. Now they've got one. It's neat to see. You know, we've had different towns represent over the last, I'd say, 5 to 10 years that have popped up all over the map. These two get to add their names, and there's more coming. We know it. Heck, we were talking about a kid yesterday from Ray that got a Gopher offer. I mean, that's what we're telling you about what the pipeline of talent is coming through the state. So, again, tomorrow, join us, Signing Day Show, 9 to 11. We're going to have Tucker Thieneman on, who's the big man from Pewaukee, Wisconsin. He had offers, this is legit, Ole Miss, Florida, Missouri, that is signing with North Dakota State tomorrow. You're going to meet him. Deron Russell, who might be the best basketball player in the state of Minnesota for this class, out of Waseca. He's signing to play football with the Bison. He'll be on tomorrow. And you won't want to miss our interview. Earl Brown will join us out of Pillager. He's another offensive line recruit. I'm just telling you right now, it'll be a fabulous interview. That's on top of Polisek joining us tomorrow. So plenty going on the big show tomorrow. We look forward to that from 9 to 11 here on our annual Signing Day show. All right, we'll take our final break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up, get you ready. We've got a busy Sports Tuesday, including Game of the Week tonight. We'll get you ready for that when Hot Mike wraps on WDAY Extra right after this.